Hello everyone, welcome back to Jenna Voice. Today's video is going to be all about my tips and tricks for organizing my life, how I keep all of my things straight between performances and traveling and just tasks that I need to get done during the day. I thought this might be helpful for those of you who are feeling overwhelmed and stressed, especially if you're in school and you're in a lot of ensembles. If you're a busy musician, finding a way to organize your life is going to take so much stress off your back, believe me. And finding a system that works for you and is easy to use is pretty easy to do, in my opinion, and worth the bit of time that it might take to figure it out. For me, there are really three parts to me organizing my activities, my events, and just lists of things I want to accomplish in the near or not so far out future. I don't think I'm the best at planning really far in advance. I'm more of a day to weekly, maybe monthly kind of planning person. I'm much more in the moment. I gauge each day by what are the things I absolutely have to do and what am I in the mood to do or how productive I'm feeling. And so I would say my planning's fairly flexible, but yeah, I'll get into it as I go. And so the three items or parts of my organization are: number one, a planner; number two, a large calendar; and number three, my phone. Now my planner, the one that I have right now, ones that I have used in the past have all been very similar in terms of their layout. I don't usually get a very elaborate planner. I like ones that just have lots of space per day to write down individual tasks, which is more what I use my written planner for. I write down daily goals or things that I want to accomplish, and that's mostly what I use it for. I really got into the paper planner back in, I don't know, middle school, junior high, and since then I've always had one for school, and now I'm out of school, as I've said many times, but I still try to use it. I'm not using it as much or to its full potential. I don't write it in every day, but on the days that I'm feeling particularly productive, or I'm just thinking, okay, what are a bunch of things that I've been kind of just putting off that I could probably get done today, or at least a few of them, and then I'll write into this planner. So this particular one that I have is from Target. I think it cost about $12. Really very affordable. Very simple layout, like I said, but I think the design is really beautiful. I think you all know that planning has become a very trendy thing lately. There are so many different kinds of planners out there. There's even the bullet journaling fad, which is very much you creating your own journal or planner. It's very minimalistic, but it can get incredibly extravagant depending on how detailed and artistic you are, depending on your personality, depending on what you need out of a planner, what you would really use. Look into a variety of planners. There's of course the really fancy like Erin Condren ones that are like $50+. If that like brings you excitement and would genuinely help you bring peace in planning your life and keeping yourself organized, then I say go for it. Like, get a planner that you're really going to use and that's really going to help you, I would say, is my biggest tip. But for those of you who are looking for something really affordable and you like to make just simple lists, I would recommend the type of planner that I have. Lots of writing space per each individual day, because as I said, I'm kind of a day-by-day person. So this has worked really, really well for me in creating small goals and daily lists. So the second part of my planning goes into my larger calendar, and this is a physical calendar. I have a big whiteboard calendar up in my kitchen. It's actually right, thereabouts. I'll show you guys a close-up of it. There's not too much going on in this month in January, but what I like about this board is, of course, it doesn't waste a ton of paper like some other traditional calendars. I erase it and rewrite every single month at the end of the previous month. And for this calendar, I like to write bigger events coming up. When I was in school, I would include some projects or tests that I had coming up during the month. I occasionally include lessons or coachings that I have, auditions, travel days, holidays and birthdays even, really important days of the year. These are more just bigger events for the month that I can see at a glance throughout the month without needing to take a lot of time out of my day to edit it. So the stuff that ends up on that board has probably already been planned out, at least in the previous month. I don't spend a lot of time day by day or week by week meticulously editing that whiteboard. It's kind of all just things that I had happening before that month logged into my phone as potential or definitely happening events. This brings me to my phone, which is the third part of my planning. I'm sure almost all of you, if not all of you, have a smartphone nowadays. Super common to use. I have an iPhone and I absolutely love it for planning. I use the calendar a lot. This is great for putting in similar events to the whiteboard calendar, but I can put a lot more into it. So if I just have a quick event happening, I can put in the time, I can color code it to a specific area of my life. You can also do that with the other planner and calendar if that interests you. But it's just super quick to do on your phone. Also, it's really editable, and you can also set yourself reminders, which I absolutely love, because I don't always think to like check my phone calendar for the day to see what I have going on. But setting reminders for myself, like in an hour you have a lesson, or right now you need to leave for an appointment, something like that, has been just really, really helpful for me to keep all of that information. Also, I do include potential auditions. As soon as I submit an audition application, I will mark down the date and location of that potential audition into my phone calendar so that the next time I go to fill out more applications, I already know that this is a potential day that I might be out of town for another audition at another location, or would that audition line up with another audition that I might have at the same location. That sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but planning for audition season is meticulous and exhausting. If you're anyone who like me who has been applying to tons of programs, at the very least for my organization, after I apply to a program, I number one don't delete those emails until I hear back from them, and then I put those dates, potential dates and locations into my phone so I have a good record of them and I don't need to dig through emails and past applications to find what I've already applied for or would be. So I hope this video wasn't too terribly confusing. Of course, this system wouldn't necessarily work for everybody. This fits my personality type and the type of information that I like to keep track of and where I like to keep track of it, in which particular locations. But at the very least, I would recommend getting a basic written planner, particularly, like I said, if you're in school, just to keep track of your assignments, because who wants to think the night before the class, okay, did I have an assignment? what was it? And then you have to text your friend every time to double check who's also in the class. Just having your written planner where you can write down the assignment when it's given. It does not require you to think about it until you're ready to do the assignment or to dig around and just try to remember what it was. Having a system where you can keep notes for yourself that doesn't make it easy for you to forget is a great stress reliever, I have to say. Just that sort of baseline organization really makes a big difference. So if you haven't tried any of these sorts of organizational tactics, whether it's a big board, a planner, or your phone, give it a go. I really bet that it could help you. So if you're somebody who's really organized and you have a different system than me, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. What's your system? What really works for you? What do you have to have in your life to stay sane and organized and keep all of your events and ideas straight? And I'd love to hear about them, so please leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you got one or more good ideas about organizing yourself from me. And as always, make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with more videos like this one. And I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.